So feeling stuck within a toxic work environment can feel very disempowering because we can feel that we don't have the confidence to leave or to speak up for ourselves. But as our rights as valuable workers are there as part of our job description, let's describe ourselves with a little bit more confidence and a little bit more empowerment so that we can have either the confidence to speak up for ourselves or to leave a toxic work environment. So, as EFT tapping is a stress reduction tool, let's reduce some of the stress around this so we can see ourselves with a clearer perspective. So, taking full responsibility for your own well being and repeating after me. And let's go with the flow and let's begin to tap. Even though I feel stuck within this toxic work environment, within all this toxicity, and I feel angry about this, and I might feel anger towards myself, and I might feel a sense of dread at the possibility of starting a new day within this toxic work environment. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though my confidence gets rocked every day within these performance reviews where I can never measure up and I'm always made to feel like a failure within this toxic work environment. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though I feel stuck. I feel like there are no other options for me. And I'm open to shifting my perspective from being stuck in a place of fear to reducing this fear and seeing other possibilities afforded to me than that of this toxic environment. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself. This toxic work environment, all of this toxicity, of which I have to work within. I'm simply there to earn some money, to fulfill my role and duties. But within this toxic work environment, within this school ground, there is still some school ground behavior happening. Some immaturity, some bullying behavior, some insecurities in the form of micromanaging. What are my employees up to? To keep an eye on them at all times. And there's some threats being made towards me that if I don't measure up within these performance reviews that have unreal expectations that constantly shift to the moods and emotions of those above me, then I'll be seen as a failure. And my performance will be reviewed for my confidence, my strengths, and my values of which I was employed for, of which my employer was well aware of, start to get demeaned, devalued, to the point where my confidence within myself starts to feel like I don't have confidence and everything that I'm doing is wrong. So that must mean that I'm not right as a worker, which I might want to shift my perspective of. And I might feel stuck because I'm scared to leave, of what they might say of me within my work reference, or the fear that I might let people down. The fact that I have to endure so much toxicity where I might lose sleep, might not eat correctly, might have those imaginary arguments late at night where I try to justify unjustifiable actions within this courtroom where I am the victim of losing sleep, affecting my health, and my perception of myself. But I don't want to let other people down, but I might be letting myself down by not seeing my own value. I might want to recognize that I'm good at my job, that the things that I was employed for, I'm very good at. And the people that I work with do see that. But the people that I work with and am employed by might also see that as a threat to their own position. So it's better to cut someone down than to promote them up. So I'm letting myself down for the needs of others with an environment, a very toxic environment, that's not there to foster my growth. It's not there to foster my growth. Is my health growing? Or is it depleting? Is my confidence within myself being valued or being devalued within these performance reviews? Is anything that I do right? Or am I always seen as a failure? Kind of feels like growing up in a way. I don't want to let people down. Otherwise, I might get hurt. I have to keep my environment satisfied and pleased. Otherwise, there might be repercussions towards myself. I can't stand up to this bully because I've done a very good job at making me feel small, threatened, and disempowered. But this is a work environment. There are rights and responsibilities afforded to me, rules and regulations, and other possibilities afforded to me that do see my value as a worker and all of my personal experiences that people connect with that I work with is something employable rather than deployable. I'm going to look at this stuckness as being stuck in fear. And there has been many times in my life where I've experienced fear and been made to move forward through this by my own actions. There are other workplaces that I've been employed by. So it does mean that I am employable. And my strengths and characteristics that employees want to employ me by is spoken poorly in a work reference that do have its own regulations around what they can say might not reflect poorly on me, but on those who speak poorly of others. I might want to recognize my own strengths. I am not the things that are said to me. I am the strengths and characteristics that I believe within myself. I'm starting to believe within myself. I'm letting go of this fear of feeling trapped. Anyone that makes me feel trapped is not interested in my growth. I'm shifting my perspective on who's there for me and who is against me. I'm believing in myself. These signs of fearing going into work and knowing it's a toxic environment are going to be my clear answers of what I do deserve and what I clearly don't. And like any relationship, I might look at what I want to enter into and what I want to exit out of. And if people want to make me feel trapped, I will allow them their beliefs as long as I don't allow myself to believe within them. I'm holding a space for myself. I might look for other opportunities where I am allowed my space, where I am valued. And I might want to also recognize that my value is not defined within my role, but within my own self-worth. And I carry that within each role. And if people want to employ that, then I will be of service to them. But I won't be of disservice to myself by devaluing my self-worth. I am strong within myself. I have the capacity to be so much more. I'm reviewing my own performance through life, knowing that I've gone through many tests and being able to pass those. Sometimes just barely, but I'm still here standing on my own 2 feet. And people that are not wanting that will always try to trip me up or try and knock those feet out from underneath me. Knowing the opposite is sometimes knowing what I do deserve. Do I want toxicity? Or do I want valuability within myself? I am valuable within myself. And I'm seeking that diversity from this trap mindset. There are other options afforded to me if I believe within myself. I am strong. I am of worth. I am of value. I am not the things that are said to me, but what I choose to be. I'm escaping this toxic environment and employing my own self-worth in mind, body, and spirit. And taking a full breath. And out. So yes, we can feel trapped when we definitely start to lose sight of our own self-worth and our own devaluing, and definitely when we're in work environments that aren't interested in our growth, that are more interested in a catty type of school ground environment where it's all about nitpicking and those sorts of behaviors, then it's not going to be an environment fostered towards growth. It's going to be an environment fostered towards cutting down that growth. So we don't want that within our lives, and we don't want it to affect our health. Not every job is going to be there that's going to tick all the boxes, but there are some boxes that we can tick for ourselves, and that job can be that complementary thing that gives us the money towards the things that we do want, living the lifestyle of our choice and having that choice as part of our lifestyle. So I offer EFT tapping one-on-one online to downregulate the stress and to give ourselves a fresh perspective that we might be stuck in, as what we're stuck in might just be that stress rather than our perception of ourselves. And once we clear that stress, we can get a clearer perspective of who we are. So I offer that online one-on-one. So check out eflotionsupportservices.com. And until the next one, bye for now.